Alright, we'll see if we can't get through this video without me losing my voice here. But this is a Temu special here. This was sitting in my cart. I had noticed them and I checked an email and they sent me an offer for these things for $6.83 shipped. So this is obviously a 3-piece ratchet set that also came with these adapters here. Nothing spectacular about those, but we'll go over them here in a little bit. But this is, I guess, what you get whenever you have a budget, but you don't want to use any of your budget. I guess, I mean, they're not too bad, but they're pretty bad. So we'll bring them up here and let you take a look at them here real quick. And every one of them are like this. So all this pitting you can see, I guess, is corrosion that was on there before they plated them. These are a coarse tooth set. They're 24 teeth. Got a little rubber molded handle on them. The 1/4 and 3/8 handle is pretty tight on them, but the 1/2-inch version, it's a little loose. You can see the really poor finish on all these. You can see the pawl ends underneath the plate there. This back plate is undersized for the head of the ratchet. I think this one, the 1/2-inch, has the most slop out of all of them. But we'll go over them. It's got a lot of side-to-side slop, but not a lot of back and forth or in and out. The 3/8 is the one that has a bunch of in and out on it. See that? Sometimes that doesn't hurt whenever it's a coarse tooth proto style setup, but whenever it's a finer tooth like that, it can damage the gears. But this one definitely needs a wave washer put in them. And I really just bought these for the hell of it. But see, this handle moves. See how it's poor machining and fitment on it. But what do you expect for $7 shipped, huh? It's got some chrome flake in here. I noticed it kind of scratched me a while ago, but these are all dry. They may have ever so slightly amount of lube in them. And even though these are the cheapies, they're still not going to have any back drag on them. Whoop. A little bit. We'll get them open and take a look. I'll get them open all on camera there, and we'll take a look at them on the inside. Give me a second. All right, I can't even get this 1/2-inch one open. The screws are out of it, but it's such a tight fit on that. That back plate's such a tight fit that I'm going to have to smack the back side of this anvil out. Try to do it on camera here. I'll just do it with the back end of a screwdriver. Alright, that got it. Try not to spit the pawls out all over the place. Springs. Well, there might be just a little bit of lube in that. Whatever it is, it's not much. We'll take a look at that guy here. Ball detent's pretty centered up on it for the quick release. Let's look at the crimp is pretty centered up on that one. It looks like they've machined this one to fit after they parkerized it. Pretty poor machining marks in it. Gears kind of look like they were hobbed with worn out tooling there a little bit. Here's the 1/4 inch guy. The crimp centering on the ball detent looks pretty good on that one. Teeth don't look too bad on that one. Shoddy fast finishing on the machining marks on it. Alright, we'll take a look at the ratchet bodies here. So, stuck record, this is the typical proto style twin pawl. In fact, these guts might, or at least the pawls might even fit in my 1/2 inch one that I use at work and what I got in the garage. See the springs in there marked left and right. They don't have any oil in them. I mean, if they do, it's very light. Try to get this up here, let you look at the machining in the head. Doesn't look too bad. I noticed that the center pivot isn't threaded for a like most of the other Chinese proto style mechanisms for the back plate. Let me grab another ratchet and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This was a little 1/4 inch ratchet that came in a queso man set for a little 1/4 inch socket set that I wanted to keep in the truck, and this thing keeps jamming up. I think it's got bad pawls in it or something. But see, these three are missing that center pivoting screw. And the reason why that's like that is because they went the traditional way, I guess, of using a rivet. That's actually a rivet that's on those to hold that pawl switch in there. It's actually a rivet instead of a cast nubbin like what would be on here. Oh, that's just a high little cast piece to mimic that rivet. You're not getting a whole lot for $7, under $7 shipped. And that was just the offer that I got from the seller that was here in the States after I had it in my cart at $12.83 plus $2.99 shipping. Don't look too bad. Well, let's lube one of these up like I would just lube up a coarse tooth ratchet that I have, and then I'll put them back together and we'll just kind of go over it real quick. All right, I'll be right back. All right, I left this 1/2 inch. Scoot the chair back here. I got this 1/2 inch one I just kind of put back together loosely so we could hear before we lube it up. Alright, so I'm just going to use some of this Lucas Extreme Duty gun oil. It's what I have down here. I just got done lubing some guns a while ago with it. But I'm also going to put this super lube in these because I've already done the 1/4 and the 3/8. We're going to put this super lube in them just because they're coarse teeth. And you can get away with using a synthetic grease in them, or even wheel bearing grease would be alright if you're going to keep them somewhere in a controlled climate, you know. But if you're going to keep them out in your garage, you want to try to use something like this on them. Alright, let me get this back plate off again and we'll lube this one up. And the screws didn't have any thread locker on any of them. So, get this off here. Try to keep this from focusing on anything else here. Just put a drop down here, drop over there, here and here. Don't worry about the springs, they'll be alright. Since this has a rivet in it, I'm going to go ahead and put some back here to kind of help with that. Because it's the only bearing surface for that is, well, obviously off the pawls, but back there in the back. Alright, we'll leave that be so we don't shoot anything out across the room. For this guy here, we'll take the super lube on the anvil here. I'm just going to put just a little bit on it. That's good enough. Don't even really need to spread it out, but put that guy back in there. Clean my hands off now. Put our cover back on. I guess we could put a little bit of lube around this ring here. Oh, these I did measure the back ones. I just forgot to put it on the camera. The back plates. Get this stuff up. So the 1/2 inch back plate thickness is 96 thousandths, so not quite an 1/8 of an inch. The 3/8 was 83 thousandths thick, and so was the 1/4 inch back plate, 83 thousandths thick. Get this guy on there. See, it fits up there at the top, but it doesn't fit down here at the bottom very well. It's really tight. I'm just going to smack it with this screwdriver to seat it. Normally you don't ever have to do that, they just kind of fit in there, but here's those screws. We'll put a we'll actually use some Loctite on them. This is just a blue Permatex thread locker blue. Trying to get in the camera here. Don't really need that much, but it just kind of came out kind of quick. Let's see here. The 3/8 and the 1/4 inch were the same Torx. They were a 8 or 9, I'm sorry, and this is a 15. I did see a little bit of surface rust on that screw there. I don't know if you can see it, but they were kind of, some of the screws were kind of rusty out of the box too. Well, we'll go ahead and listen to it now. Yeah, that definitely quietened it up. Switch seems to work a little bit better too. But there you go. $7 ship, Temu special. Pre-corroded and then chromed. I probably wouldn't recommend buying this set. There's a lot better options out there for just a tad bit more. I'll show you one option here real quick. I'm going to make a video on those probably next week. All right. This is a Cow Plus 3-piece ratchet set that I bought on Amazon for $23 shipped. These are made in Taiwan. They're going to be real similar looking to this ratchet here. Let me get the half-inch one out. Got to cut the package here. So for just a little bit more, this Taiwan made, and not all Chinese ratchets are bad, that's for sure, but this set's kind of the bottom of the barrel. But this is this Cow Plus. I think this was just another manufacturer from Taiwan and they just put their name on it, but these are dry as well. This is a 72 tooth set. No slop. No in and out slop. This one actually has a rivet, a cold rivet, so it's knurled into that switch. We'll take a look at those next week. I guess since I got this set cleaned up now, I'm working now, I'll probably just take them in and give them to a young guy at work. It'll work for him. Alright. I was debating on putting these up here because they were so bad, but you know how it goes. People probably still want to see them, and obviously if that's all you can really afford, go ahead and get them. I'm sure they're going to work. You know, you can definitely bust slug nuts off with this one. I mean, I probably wouldn't do it with a fine tooth version of this, but alright guys, there you go. Bye.